Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the graduation commencement exercises for the class of 2002-06. Please help me welcome Ms. Kira Sherlock, who is singing the national anthem. Please rise. Thank you, Kira. Great job. Thank you to the Wanacue Fire Department for their support and their flag. Thank you, gentlemen. So good evening and welcome. My name is Ken Rhoda. It's been my honor to serve as the superintendent since January. It's been a privilege to be here, and tonight I get to be your host for the night. So now I'd like to introduce the President of the Board of Education, Mr. Robert Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Rhoda. All too often in our daily lives, it is sometimes far too easy and enticing to take the easy path, the road of least resistance. We have all been there. We have a job to do, maybe a homework assignment or a chore, and we really have no desire to do it, let alone do it to the standard that we expect of ourselves. We are tired, or we have a lot on our plate, and we think, I'll just do enough to get by and get it done. We're all guilty of that. But deep down, we know that we did not do our best. We took the easy road when we should have taken the harder road. Sure, the easy road sometimes gets it done and we can move on, but do we really feel good about it? We know that we didn't try our best and that we could have done better. Even taking the easy road, even though it gets us what we want, we always have that empty feeling that we could have done better. So we succeed, but we do not deserve or earn it. On the other hand, if we give it our all, take the hard road, and we succeed, not only now do we understandably feel happy about our success, but we feel fulfilled that we have tried our best and gave it everything we had. Interestingly, even if we do not succeed, even if we do not win, we feel okay and somehow fulfilled because we know we tried our best and gave it everything we had. Obviously, it's no fun to lose or to fail, but when we know we put it all out there, the sting of our failing or losing doesn't hit as hard. So growth, real growth, comes from effort, with some challenge, some pressure, some stress. It is uniquely our choice to take that tough path that leads to real, sustainable growth. Think of the example I mentioned earlier. You didn't try your best. Maybe you made a half-hearted effort, and you succeeded, but have you really grown? Have you really moved forward? Have you really learned anything? Now, on the other hand, think of the example of giving it everything you had. Win or lose, you have in fact grown. You have become a better person from what you have learned and experienced from that situation. Sometimes, most times, it is the actual effort that you put in that leads to growth. The path you choose to the finish line, not necessarily the ultimate outcome. Again, if you do the least you need to do to get a task done and somehow get lucky and succeed in your task, have you really grown? Have you really learned anything? Now, thinking of it, if you gave your all and you unfortunately didn't succeed, here, have you learned anything? Absolutely you have. The very effort itself has added to your experience and perspective. Certainly next time, you will be that much better equipped to handle such a challenge or a task. Sometimes it is the journey that is the most fulfilling and not the destination. When I speak of taking the challenging path and not merely settling for the easy path, I'm not just talking about schoolwork or job performance. I'm also talking about those crossroads we all face on a daily basis when we have the choice to take the path of least resistance or the path towards growth and goodness. For example, you see someone struggling or in need of help. It would be so easy for you to walk away and ignore the situation. No one will know. No one will say anything, but you will know. You will know that you could have stopped and shown compassion and empathy towards a person in need, but you took the easy path and ignored it and walked away. But if you did stop and help that person and show compassion, you and that person will certainly be better for it. That is real growth, real goodness. The same goes for people we might disagree with. It's so easy to say that they're stupid or they don't know what they're talking about, particularly if we're with other people who share our view. But is that the easy path? No, that's the lazy path. How about speaking with them with understanding and compassion for their views? How about simply listening? How about not shutting them out or speaking over them, hearing what they have to say? You may learn something, or at the very least, you'll walk away with a better understanding of your position and their position. Now that is real growth. So as you go out into the world, looking for the challenging path that leads you to real growth, helping you to become a better son, daughter, brother, sister, friend, or member of our community, you have the tools to do so from your years here at Lakeland. The choice of the path you go forward on is now up to you. So on behalf of the Board of Education, I wish you only success and happiness in your future endeavors. Congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. It's been my pleasure and privilege to serve in the role of superintendent at Lakeland Regional. I've experienced and learned a great deal since arriving here. When I was young, I remember my father taking my brothers and I up to Ringwood to go fishing. At the time, it was quite an adventure for us. Later on, as a dad myself, I came up the hill to go hiking with my son and his Cub Scout pack. More recently, I have learned, number one, is that driving up and down Skyline Drive in the winter is not for the faint of heart. Number two, Luigi's makes the best pizza. I knew that Wanacue, Ringwood, and Haskell were 3 towns, but I learned of a 4th, Midvale. I learned the best way to quick check is through the woods. I learned Mr. Conforti never stops moving or talking. And I learned you don't mess with Mr. Carlo. More importantly, I learned that Lakeland Regional High School is a tightly knit, caring, and involved community. Lakeland is a diverse community where people genuinely care for each other. I have experienced that firsthand through the staff, parents, and community members that I have met, but mostly I have experienced it through the students. You, the seniors, the class of 2026, have set the tone for the other students. I commend you for that. As you move forward in life, I hope you remember and maintain that spirit of community and how important and impactful it can be in your life. You'll be joining new communities, whether at college, in the workforce, the military. You'll be part of something. I urge you to engage and live in that new community and make the most of it. As you move forward, don't forget the values and lessons of your home community and strive to maintain the work ethic that has brought you here tonight. The world is a challenging place right now. The values that you have learned here and take with you will enable you to be successful wherever you go. My advice to you is simple. Live well, laugh as often as you can, and love as much as you can. The world is genuinely lucky to have you in it. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Evan James Connor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Evan Connor, and I'm incredibly honored to represent you all as the valedictorian of Lakeland's class of 2026. I don't think anyone will be surprised when I say that writing this wasn't easy. In just a few minutes, how am I supposed to do justice to 4 great but unbelievably quick years? How do I say everything I want to say to the community that's been my home for so long? The answer is actually pretty simple. I can't. A speech like this will never fully capture all the hard work, laughs, and memories that have defined our time at Lakeland, both inside and outside the school's walls. It also doesn't help that we're probably too young for me to be able to still talk about the pandemic. But I do have the opportunity to say something, and that's what really matters. On Wednesday, as I sat trying to figure out what to say in this speech, I happened to be watching Game 4 of the NBA Finals. As many of you know, in that game, the New York Knicks decided to complete the biggest comeback in finals history against the San Antonio Spurs, who led by as much as 29 points during the third quarter. Regardless of which team's perspective you look at it from, there's something to be learned. From the Knicks side, we learned that no matter how impossible it might seem, hard work and determination can always win out in the end. When the lights are the brightest, it's always about how you finish things, not how you start them. Now keep in mind that 29-point lead was blown by the Spurs just as much as it was overcome by the Knicks. It might feel like the biggest game of our lives is over already, but really we're just finishing up the first quarter. Right now, as high school graduates, all of us are up by 10 or even 20. Each time the Spurs had a lead like that, they made the mistake of getting complacent. I ask that after we're done celebrating, each and every one of you works to extend your lead instead of just taking it for granted. Life's too short to just sit and coast along once things start going well. Think everything through though. When you're in the lead with 10 seconds left, maybe dribble out the clock and just wait for a foul. Above all, no matter where you end up, remember that you only get one life. Make sure you live it, and most importantly, that you enjoy every second of it. Meet new people, try new things, and keep discovering who you are. In 10 or 50 years from now, you'll remember the things you have done and regret all the things you haven't done. Take every chance to make sure your voice is heard, and most importantly, never be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Most people are so much more willing to help than you think, and I really wish I realized that sooner. With that in mind, I'd like to take the time to thank my friends, family, teachers, and everyone who helped support me in becoming the person I am today. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be standing up here right now. Thank you to Mr. T for being my biggest fan from the very beginning, and to Mr. S for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. Thank you to Mr. Testa and Brummer for your constant support and helping me realize how important music really is to me. Thank you to Mr. Wiley for teaching me that it usually isn't a trick question, and to Ferg for choosing, for some reason, to put up with all of our nonsense. I'd also like to thank my parents for being endless fountains of love and advice throughout all the highs and lows, and my grandma for teaching me what it really means to be strong, resilient, and caring. Also, shout out Skip. As I've gotten to know many of you over the past several years, I can say with confidence that you're truly wonderful people, and I have no doubt that you'll do incredible things and live fulfilling lives. At this point, I've realized I'm going to miss this place and the people that I've gotten to know here so much more than I ever would have guessed if you asked me 4 years ago. One last time, thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026. It's been real.
Yeah, I was lucky I got to speak before the students because they're going to make us look really bad with what they have said. Thank you, Evan. That was great. So next, I would like to introduce the salutatorian of the class, Miss Camelia Ingrid Japes.
Two penguins are canoeing in the desert. One turns to the other and says, "Where's your paddle?" The other says, "Sure does." Sometimes, life can feel as though you're stuck like those penguins, your chances of getting out of the desert seemingly low as the sand wears down your equipment. But just as your odds seem to taper off, you realize something that makes your anguish fade away into oblivion. You're not alone. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I'd be graduating high school, I would have laughed in your face. When I first arrived at Lakeland, it was like a shadow had been cast over my school experience. The days dragged on, my quiet frustration increasing steadily. It was when I finally realized that connecting with others was what could propel me through life and still make sure I enjoyed it all along the way, that I could truly say I appreciate my time here. I understand now that I'd wasted so many hours trying to alter the composition of my environment without pausing and wondering as to why I perceived it as bleak in the first place. The school was initially like a blank canvas to all of us. The vivid splashes of color every time someone new entered your life, the intricate memories expressed through every brushstroke, the elements of the painting intertwining with each other, turning it into a work of art brimming with a kaleidoscope of emotions. The culmination of all these things are what sculpted our high school experiences. Lakeland provided the foundation for our growth, but it is our individual experiences that have allowed this development to come to fruition. Despite this, many people say it is best to break cleanly away from your past and move on seamlessly to your future. I disagree with this notion, the idea that you have to completely abandon what was to embrace that which will be. Instead of lingering only in the moments that already happened, or shifting your focus exclusively to your future then, venture onwards into what's to come while still carrying your memories, accomplishments, friends, and family with you. Stand proud of what you have achieved, dote on the memories you have created with others, and smile as you recall the encouragement from your teachers, friends, and family that kept you going, even through the tough times. For every nook and cranny that your personality occupies is something that has been carved into your being, not just by you, but by everyone around you that has supported you and loved you, even when you yourself didn't understand how they could place so much faith in you. Class, we could have never done it on our own. We wouldn't even be close to the people we are now, if not for everyone around us who has enshrouded us in their love. Thank you to my mom, whose persistence and eternal patience always pushed me to go the extra mile, even when I wanted nothing more than to be snug as a bug in a rug in the comfort of my own home. Thank you to my dad, whose unyielding and constant hard-working spirit inspired me to be something of which I hope he can be proud. Thank you to my sister for always putting up with my nonsense and the occasional all-nighter. Thank you to my grandmas, who always remind me that I can slow down and enjoy life as it comes and goes. And thank you to my aunts, uncles, and cousins, who I can always rely on for loving advice in turbulent times. Thank you to my friends, who have taught me that joy can exist in every corner of my life. And thank you to my teachers, whose stabilizing support has driven me through my entire high school career. Anyone who's tried to start a fire knows it's a difficult task, and the flames, perchance, even more difficult to control afterwards. But once it gets going, the light it bestows upon the world is so beautiful and vibrant that you find it impossible to look away. So class, as you venture off into the world, I leave you with this. Let others help you as you pave your way ahead. Allow them to fan the flames of your success, and, once your fire burns steadily, help light someone else's. Class of 2026, congratulations on all that you have accomplished, and on all that you will achieve after you leave Lakeland Regional High School. Love others just as meaningfully as others have loved you. Bask in the memories you have made and will make. Never let anyone talk you out of dreaming big, and, even at your lowest, make sure to always be a family guy.
Thank you, Camelia. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize a few of our staff members. First, the Lakeland Regional High School Teacher of the Year, Ms. Karen McCormick. Next, the Lakeland Regional High School Education Specialist of the Year, Ms. Janet Ross. I'd like to thank some members of the school community for the efforts in making this ceremony a successful event. I would like to thank the junior marshals for their assistance. The junior marshals are Madison Sabalos, Kieran Killian, Grace Pajoli, Virginia Rinkowski, John Starr, Jalen Vivanico, Catherine Williams, and Katrina Czar. I want to thank Mr. Testa and Mr. Irwin and the Lakeland Regional Band and Chorus for their contributions tonight. A thank you to Ms. Diane Maskley and the transportation staff for their efforts today. A thank you to Mr. Bill Grimes and his staff for the setup and making this beautiful arrangement out here for us. An additional thank you to Mr. John Lauder and Mr. Kel Pilshaw for their technical support and expertise. Finally, I want to thank Ms. Audrey Pajoli for all of her efforts in organizing this ceremony. At this time, I'd like to introduce the senior class officer to share some thoughts. Speaking will be Clara Vargas, Hope Walker, Sarina Derilia, Christina Link, Taylor Severs, and Jennifer Whitmore.
Dear younger me, everything you have done has brought me to this exact moment. You walked into the halls of Lakeland, nervous to be in a new environment, scared of becoming lost, and hopeful to have a fresh start. Over the years, you have not only adapted to the pressures of being a high schooler, but you found who you are and who you want to become. You have learned from your many mistakes and losses and used it to make yourself the best person you could be. You have silently been building your character without even noticing. There wouldn't be any of this if there hadn't been every version of you.
There will be days when you are drowning in deadlines and responsibilities, days where school feels impossible. You'll probably spend all night studying for that test, convincing yourself that one grade will determine your entire future. You'll contemplate if all the stress is really worth it in the end. I'm here to tell you it is. Soon you'll be standing where I am now, looking back on all of it and realizing that every sleepless night, every setback, every time you just wanted to give up was just another step to get you to this very moment. Instead of worrying about how much farther you have to go, take a moment to appreciate how far you've already come. All of your hard work has paid off, all of the growth has happened, and the person you become is proof that you could really do it all along.
Right now, you think athletics is all about winning. Trust me, it's not. It's also about waking up way too early, running when you don't want to, and hearing coaches say one more drill about 10 times in a row. You'll learn that success isn't measured by trophies, but by character instead. You'll lose games you thought you would win, make mistakes in important moments, and occasionally wonder why you signed up for this in the first place. Keep going, because athletics isn't just teaching you how to compete, it's teaching you how to handle adversity. You'll learn to work for something bigger than yourself and how to get back up after you've been knocked down, and that the people around you matter more than any result. One day, you'll realize that the practices, workouts, and games were never just preparing you for sports, they were preparing you for life.
You tend to focus so much on the big moments, AP exam week, that county championship game, and graduation, but must remember that you cannot accomplish these things alone. Your family has always been there, believing in you even when you didn't believe in yourself. From teaching you how to tie your shoelaces to tying the back of your dress at prom, they will be there during every stage of your life, even the upper middle school phase. And while it may not feel like it at the time, every disagreement with your siblings and conflict at home is teaching you lessons of patience, resilience, and understanding that you will carry with you as you face challenges that lie ahead. As you grow, you realize family isn't even solely defined by those who are related to you, but also the friends who stick beside you that end up feeling like family.
You started out high school afraid to meet new people or scared of not having any friends. Somewhere along the way, through shared experiences, you formed bonds that became beautiful friendships. Walking alongside both friends you've had since kindergarten and ones you met over the past 4 years, all of them have had a unique and meaningful impact on your life. Through every emotion, the heartbreaks and celebrations, your best friends have been the people you turn to throughout high school. The people who were growing and learning right alongside you, and understood what you were going through like nobody else does. The friendships you had in high school are ones that got you through the most developmental years in your life and will continue to help you through everything life throws at you in the future.
Dear future me, as I look out into the crowd, seeing the faces of the people I grew up with and the parents that never stopped believing in me, I realize that when you leave this field tonight, nothing will be the same. Nothing will be the same because the familiar faces you always saw in the hallways will be replaced by strangers. The people you had every class with will be hours away, and you will not be a kid anymore. And while right now, that sounds like the scariest thing to ever happen, trust me when I say it will not be. It will not be because if you weren't resilient, smart, talented, if you already didn't have everything you need to succeed inside of you,
then you wouldn't be here tonight graduating. When you leave this place, nothing will be the same, so take advantage of it. In this next chapter of your life, continue creating the future you want to see. Stay curious, follow your heart, take the leap of faith, mess up a dozen times, change your mind, fail, succeed. Do it all. Do everything you want to do and more, but do it for yourself. Every moment from here on out is up to you, so make the best of it and be great. I believe in you.
Thank you, ladies. Now I'd like to introduce the Lakeland Regional Chorus to perform the alma mater. The singers tonight will be Joaquin Fernandez, Matthew Porta, Mairead McGinty, Gabrielle Punla, and Alice Strum. Thank you for that performance. Now it is time for the reason that we are all here tonight. To assist in the distribution of diplomas are Miss Jamie Haftek-Shropshire and Miss Marissa Wilk.
Evan James Connor. Camelia Ingrid Spies. Clara Elizabeth Vargas. Hope Caitlin Walker. Taylor Faith Severs. Jennifer Elizabeth Whitmore. Christina Ann Link. Serena Diarilia.
Kira Peyton Sherlock.
Raya Valentino Narcida.
Camila Martinez Nava.
Julia Lara Cucciarello.
Samantha Valley Moya.
Gabriella Marie Sweeney.
Kristen Jane Violetti.
Delilah Lopez.
Eva Joy Francis.
Paz Mary Lou Alvarez.
Kenzie Trishler.
Vishina Geneva Feliciano Fabian.
Kaylee Ann Bruce.
Sophia Mason.
Juliana Rose Bocarino.
Julia Reeves.
Hannah Rose Pajoli.
Jacqueline F. Abate.
Sydney Lynn Pastor.
Lauren Mackenzie Crone.
Junkel Ramos.
Eliana Joy Ecker.
Cynthia Burkmeyer.
Ariana Cooper Sandoval.
Kristen Chloe Del Rio.
Catherine Natalia Colhase.
Caitlin Evner.
Nina Abigail Polos.
Melanie Teresa Jeffrey.
Morgan Vogel. Juliana Marie Demetriou.
Yanalise Biani Colon.
Nialise Jaylene Cologne.
Megan Lauren McDonald.
Amelia Carolina Aike Bustos.
Anthony Sebastian Cardenas Gavera.
James August Cartini.
Bailey Lynn DeRogers.
Roxanne Ivy Livria.
Jillian Lee Fasano.
Alexa Mary
T. Gilman.
Alice Carol Strong.
Ava Marrero.
Jacqueline Sophia Catalioto.
Sarah Elizabeth Stack.
Joseph Peter Fertini.
Elizabeth Sarah Brokenshire.
Dakota Marie Gallagher.
Sarah Lorraine Cole.
Christian Morales.
Emma Taylor Gabriel.
Mason Kane Romero.
Ella Jean McKeever.
Lily Margaret Strock.
Lila Tanuzzi.
Caitlin Vidovic.
Grayson Paige Vieira.
Emerson Lynn Conway.
Amanda Lillian Devine.
Gage Tyler Ferguson.
Ren Louise Haskins.
Ava Ryan Jurgensen.
Christopher Mariusz Canuck.
Devin Lamb.
Sky Ariel Larson.
William Brandon Lopez.
Karina Manatee.
Nicholas Joseph McAveer.
Genevieve Campbell O'Connor.
Frank Joseph Politano.
Cora Bergenzer.
Emily Salvadeo. Samantha Grace Powers.
John Kasevich.
Lana Lorraine Delpino.
Julian Walker Linares.
Cheyenne Little Moon Cadence Langhorn.
Shimon Mazus.
Cassidy Grace Pons.
Ron Tolentino Narcita.
Carlos Alejandro Martinez.
Elizabeth Reed.
Siobhan Alicia Mercedes.
Edwin Rosas.
Zachary Rader.
Adeline McKella Frisbee Smith.
Dean Patrick Rucker.
Kendall Rose Struble.
Gavin Daniel Santiago.
Natalie Vetsis.
Adrian Alexander Stokel.
Darden Bakiri.
Olivia Stoniker.
Macarius Charles Felix.
Alyssa Nicole Edler.
Simon Jankowski.
Ethan Grabarek.
Kevin Lucas Coons.
Declan Michael Kearney.
Anita Mahmoudi.
Daniel James Kazima.
Andrew Torres.
James Dominic Nicholas.
Maxwell Andrew Valeri.
Nathan Christian Villavicencio.
Julian A. Estrada Flores.
Aiden Lucas Bono Catullo.
Mason Peter Gull.
Brennan Patrick Gillespie.
Hey, babe.
Will Hunter Kiselman.
Ethan Janik.
Gianni Riscoli.
Maverick Joseph Mazina.
Isaac Demessa.
Arda Toilu.
Demario Jaden Curry.
Matthew Joseph Ketter.
Jesse Friedman.
Antimo Robert Ferretti.
David Anthony Gurecki.
Tristan Eric Giamongo Lestrange.
Alexander William Hernandez.
Kieran Guzman.
Joshua John Lofgren.
Logan William Leeds.
Nicholas Angelo Palmadessa.
Emily Jean Palatucci.
Anthony Rustoski.
Nicholas Perino.
Kyle Nicholas Struble.
Frankie Vincent Sevilla.
Derek Taylor Mena.
Sean Thomas Vanderwerf.
Matthew Vanderweel.
Frank Lester Stovkin.
Randy Rafael Bonilla.
Miles Wright.
Vincente Santiago Carbo.
Evan Alderson Caldwell.
Nicholas Antonio DeLone.
Robert Clifton.
Alexander W. Helfingstein.
Joseph Robert Hans.
Nathan Liney.
Michael T. Tun.
Maximus Joseph McCrowan.
Max Robert Malfado. Trent Joseph Nadio.
Alexander Aiden Palmer.
Aditya Patel.
Daniel Thomas.
Tyler Vaz.
Stephen Antonio Alicea.
Cooper Anderson.
Logan Alexander Gray.
Jacob Corvey.
Braden James.
Logan Montalano.
Michael Radisi.
William Michael Visotsky.
Ryan William Van Allen.
Amir Bueno Almonte.
Johnny McCabe.
Justin Todd Meekum.
Zach Post.
Giovanni Orlando Warren.
Jaden DeGrove.
James J. Hamawi.
Jaden Avio Loran.
Dane Alexander DeLuca.
Arbor Ragova.
Landon Hogan.
Roland Daniel Terrio.
Charles Louis DeFries III.
Everett Rocco Spear.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Now, as superintendent, I get the final words of the evening. Mr. Adams, members of the Board of Education, faculty, staff, family and friends in the Lakeland community, I hereby certify that the students present have satisfactorily completed the rigorous graduation standards of the Lakeland Regional School District and the state of New Jersey. Congratulations. Now, once again, call up the senior class officer.